Okay, this dude died right here. You may not have heard of him. His name is Ian Huntley, former school caretaker, convicted of the 2002 Soham murders of two 10-year-old girls. So you have two girls murdered 2002. Remember dead equals 22 coded in the language, right? Now the two girls, Holly Wells, Jessica Chapman, right? So this guy died March 7th. Okay. Now that was yesterday, Saturday. He died at the age of 52 following a violent attack in prison. He had been on life support at the Royal Victoria Infirmary in Newcastle after being bludgeoned with a metal pole by another inmate. And we don't really know if that's what they tell us. That's what they tell us. Okay. At HMP Franklin, I guess that's where the attack happened on February 26th. Okay. And on the 26th, now we're in the year 26. So let me see if I can pull up the girls here. Uh, Soham murders. Let's see. Okay, I got an image here for you. Right here. Let me zoom out. So these are the girls right here. Now look, this all goes with everything I've been talking about lately. Connected with like the Epstein energy that's lingering. Okay? So this goes with that, and I'll show you more of that as we go forward. So he lured, and his name's Huntley. You got Hunt in there. He's kind of like a hunter here, right? Lured Holly and Jessica into his home in Soham. And my alarm may go off during this as well. You're just gonna kind of have to deal with it, okay? But he lured the two girls into his home in Soham, Cambridgeshire. Again in the UK, while they were out buying sweets. So you get it, little girls, candy, right? Epstein energy. Not saying, Epstein with the trafficking, but there's still energy with like SA and stuff like that with minors. And I think they're kind of covering that up in a lot of these stories. Okay? Nancy Guthrie missing Savannah's mom. There's more to that story as well, I'm sure. But he murdered them likely by asphyxiation and dumped their bodies in a ditch. What is that? Asphyxiation. Life-threatening condition caused by severe oxygen deficiency resulting from airway obstruction. So I don't know. Oh, or toxic gas inhalation or compression of the chest. I'm thinking. Um, Now, so that's the crime. Okay, he dumped their bodies in a ditch as well. So during the 13-day search for the girls, Huntley uh, feigned concern and gave several media interviews. He might just be a character or an actor. Okay, I'm looking at this from a decoding perspective. He even spoke to reporters about being one of the last people to see them alive. Now, convicted in 2003, he was found guilty of both murders in December 2003 and sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 40 years. Okay? And this is interesting because his then girlfriend, her name was Maxine Carr. That makes me think of Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay? And I just told you there's that energy going on. And wasn't she the girlfriend to Epstein? Right here? And look, her birthday's in the 12th month. It's actually on Christmas. You see that? I don't know. Is this his girlfriend or his wife? I don't know, but she's connected to Epstein. Look, Maxwell. You see that? Now look over here. Where did it go? Let me find it. Damn, did I lose it? Okay, right here. I think I found it. Right here, look. Maxine Carr, Huntley's girlfriend. Again, this is Huntley right here. His girlfriend's got Max in her name. Okay, and again, that syncs up with Ghislaine Maxwell. Again, look at her birthday in December, and these murders of the two girls, it was December. So all of this information, before even showing you what I got, the evidence that I got that this is a scripted story, whether it's true or not. Okay, it's a scripted story, and I'm telling you, right? So his girlfriend's got Max. I keep losing the tab. Okay, his girlfriend's got Max in her name. She was a teaching assistant at the girls' school. Provided him with a false alibi. She was jailed for perverting the course of justice and later released under a new identity. Let me pull her up. Maxine Carr. Here she is right here, his then girlfriend. Her birthday's February 16th. That wasn't that long ago. Okay? You know, that wasn't that long ago. It is one day before the Michael Jordan birthday. His energy has been making an appearance in a lot of these decodes by the numbers. I'm not saying I have all of these Michael Jordan connections, but it's worth noting. Okay? Just trying to check my alarm here because I know it's going to go off. All right, so okay, I got 11 minutes. I might go over. So that's his girlfriend. Again, this guy, I don't know, this guy right here. This is him again right here. Okay, so he's dead now. He dies in a UK prison. Did they say he got attacked with a metal object or whatever they said? I don't know. But okay, so where'd the tab go? God, can't find the damn thing. All right, so again, they're saying that that's likely the cause of the girl's death right there. A life-threatening condition caused by severe oxygen deficiency. Okay, here I was back here. So again, he was a former school caretaker, lured them into his home, I guess. They're saying a violent attack he suffered in prison. He was on life support and he died. It was by a metal pole. So I don't know, he just got beat or whatever. Okay, so look at this. So this was 35 days. He dies. He's got a birthday on the world stage, January 31st, okay? So he died, look, 35 days after his birthday, and prison equals 35, and it was a prison attack. Man, that's amazing because Chicago equals 35 and Jordan equals 37. Wow. So there is Jordan energy here. There is Jordan energy here. Look, I already got Jordan in there from the previous decode. Look, Jordan 37 Chicago 35. Chicago's got the 37 as well. Look at that. So we get the Michael Jordan energy. And remember his former girlfriend at the time, her birthday one day before Jordan. So we get that Jordan energy again, man. There's Jordan again. I had no intention on bringing him up. And look, this is the year 26 and Jordan equals 26. Okay, now look, it's 35 days after his birthday he dies. It's a 36-day span. Okay, and he dies on a 36 numerology. He dies one day after March 6th, the third month and the sixth day. We know the 3 and the 6 is connected to Jordan. Bulls equals 66, right? I think Bulls might equal 33 as well, possibly. Don't quote me on that, but Bulls equals 66. Remember, I think Michael Jordan, 33 days after he won his third championship and third finals MVP, his dad died, right? Uh, so those numbers connected to Jordan as well. But check this out, because that just hit in the Britney Spears breakdown. Her birthday, and look, her birthday's in December, like Ghislaine Maxwell, and that's the energy I'm talking about with this trafficking, because all of a sudden Britney Spears is trending. Okay? And again, they're not giving us the whole truth. Remember Christina Applegate trending with the new memoir, Her with the Sad Eyes? That is connecting to Britney Spears. They're just not telling us, hey, these characters have been trafficked. These are child teenage stars, and what's wrong with them? Something's going on with them, right? They're not giving us all the details. Look, she has the December birthday, but her last birthday, the 336th day of the year, she's arrested for a DUI on the 63rd day of the year. Britney Spears equals 63. So that's 36, 63 connecting here again. You see that? And remember, Michael Jordan won 6 titles as well. Oh, and he's 216 pounds. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Right? So bulls, horns, 666 energy, Satan energy. You see the connection with Britney Spears right here. Again, this is Ian Huntley, former school teacher, lured these 2 girls in. Look, they kind of have Chicago Bulls colors there as well. I mean, Michael Jordan has twins also. Shout out to you, Richard West, for pounding that information into my head. And look, these girls, I'm not saying they're twins, but that's interesting, huh? Right? And they said this was in 2002, the murders. 2 girls lured in. Now, all of this Jordan stuff just kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't planning on it. I like when I can hit record and catch stuff on the fly. If I were getting paid doing this, I would do a research top to bottom and just present like a scripted character, like a robot. But you're going to get what I see off top here, and then we learn as we go along, okay? Now look, that was a 93-day span from Britney's birthday to her arrest. And Britney equals 93 and 39. Spears equals 39. But that 39.93 is kind of like 36.63. Again, you see that? So look at these same numbers hitting. And again, this guy dies one day after 3/6, March 6th. Now check out this is right off of the cover of the article, Associated Press. They have a picture of him. Ian Huntley looks on in this August 10th, 2002 in Soham, England. You see that? That's August 10th. Who died on August 10th? Jeffrey Epstein. 17 years later. You see that? Now, they said he, like, deleted himself, didn't they? While in prison? Isn't that interesting? Because this guy gets attacked. Ian Huntley, I know you just see kind of his neck there. But he gets attacked and then he goes on to die in prison. So isn't that interesting? So you get half truths. We don't know 100% that they're telling us the whole truth with both of these stories, or any story, as a matter of a fact. You know, this 810 right here as well, like 81, that connects to Jordan as well, and Kobe Bryant. That's all well documented on my channel. But look, one of UK's most notorious child deleters has died after being attacked in prison. That completely connects. And ooh, Michael Jordan's got the Jeffrey middle name as well. And Michael Jordan had the incident, as far as the script recently, inappropriately touching a younger person. But it was probably just AI at an attempt to damage his character during Black History Month. So you see how all of this stuff connects. I almost forgot to add that, right? You know, you see the word notorious there. There's probably like a Notorious Big connection, right? If you're out there, Richard West could probably just look real quick, and there's probably a Notorious Big connection. This is all with the language. Again, he's got the last name Huntley, like hunt, and he kind of like was predatory in this case, kind of. They said he killed them. You know, who knows what else happened? Do you understand? This is what I'm telling you about the Britney Spears, Christina Applegate stuff going on right now. You know, Married with Children with Christina Applegate, Kelly Bundy. You know, being portrayed as a teenage, like, sex figure. Everybody just laughing on the show. Ha 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 ha. It's funny. It's not funny. Britney Spears, you know, Disney connected, right? Oh, she's going crazy. She lost her mind. She's on drugs. There's more to the story. So do you feel me on this? She's even born in 81. That's at 81 I'm just talking about right here. You see that? You see that right there? Okay. You know, August 10th is just shortly after Michael Jordan's dad's death as well. He died July 23rd, and his birthday is July 31st. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Because this murder was actually on the 4th day of the 8th month, and Michael Jordan's birthday is the 48th day of the year. And remember, this dude right here, bottom left, Ian Huntley, his girlfriend at the time, remember, her birthday was one day before Michael Jordan's. Oh, and that was 216, February 16th. And I told you that's Michael Jordan's weight. Damn. But look, Ian Huntley equals 48. And Huntley equals 84. That's the day of the murders. Jessica Amy Chapman, Holly Marie Wells, both lured into his home. He was a school caretaker. What the hell does that mean? A school caretaker? I don't know. Murdered them. Disposed of their bodies. Right? The bodies were discovered August 17th. Okay, again, Epstein killed August 10th. 17 days later, these girls' bodies found on the 17th. Michael Jordan born on the 17th. These are just patterns and numbers with the world stage. Okay? This stuff is all pumped out of a computer, algorithm, AI. They just started telling us about it now. Damn. I think I did good on that one.
Ian Huntley has died in hospital. The Soham murderer, as he's known here in the UK, Ian Huntley, has died in hospital. Now, Ian Huntley was convicted back in 2002 of murdering two 10-year-old schoolgirls. Jessica.
Look at here. Hopefully I don't got to edit this out. Look, it says posted 7/3/25.
Chapman and
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it said like July 3rd, 25. I was going to say today's 7/3, but March 7th. Anyways, my bad.
Holly Wells in Soham in Cambridgeshire.
Michael Jordan Bulls colors, man. The red
on the
black.
26th of February, the 52-year-old was beaten over the head with a makeshift weapon at
was beaten in the second month. Is that what they're saying? And the murders were in 2002 and it was two girls. Basketball equals 22.
HMP Frankland, a prison in County Durham. It's a high-security prison which houses some of the most violent inmates in the country. He was found lying in a pool of blood after that attack, and we were told that he had suffered significant head trauma from his injuries. He's been in hospital since the 26th of February, and
gosh, man, there's people. They're it all supposed to balance out at the end. Okay, that's what they're hoping. So they give us these characters. Oh, look at what this character did. Look at what that character did. But they're not telling us everybody. Again, here's his girlfriend at the time, Maxine. Like Maxwell, Ghislaine. All with the language. They're covering up characters who are doing this, and they're giving us these other characters and saying, "Oh, look at the big bad guy here. Look what he did." Do you understand? Now a lot of them might be doing stuff like this. I'm not seeing anything where there's SA or anything here. Maybe if I read deeper. But that could be going on. They're not giving us the whole truth. A lot of them are doing it, and then these low tier guys are taking the fall, or guys like Diddy taking the fall, and they can't do nothing about it because they're in this sick world that's called celebrity and entertainment. And maybe higher tier guys doing it. Maybe these lower tier guys are sacrifices, and the higher tier guys, Michael Jordan. Well, Michael Jordan kind of took a hit there. Remember, it was during Black History Month, but maybe guys like Trump and some other guys are surviving these accusations, man. I'm telling you. So, I'm telling you, man. Right? I had no intention on bringing up the Jordan stuff. I had no, I couldn't, I can't deny the numbers when they land like that. Okay, what do you think about the thumbnail right there? Okay, so that's it, man. Ian Huntley, one of the UK's most notorious child killers, has died days after being attacked in prison. I'll see you in the next decode.